I think we have to begin here. I think we have to begin. Clear all drawings. So can you guys see my range here? Okay. What is actually happening in the market? What is actually happening in the market? So today, what I will just discuss, I'll be discussing pure price action. So it's pure price action. I just be touching some important aspect of pure price action. So what is happening basically in the market, in the forex trading market, is this: that the market is as I said last time, that the market is basically moving in a form of a range. You see, it is moving in a form of a range. But then if you are to go to a lower time frame, what you will see is that you will see this wave not just as a wave, but you will see it as a trend. You will see it as a trend. Even this one, you will not see it as a pullback wave, but you will see it as a trend. But in a higher time frame, it is only a wave. But then in a lower time frame, it is a long trend. You see, it is a long trend. So that is what is happening basically in the market. Someone in a higher time frame is looking at a wave, and you, when you are looking at a lower time frame, what you see is only a trend. You see a big move. So that's what you should understand about trading. That was what you should understand about trading. That what you see, it is not like what everybody is seeing. What you see, it is not what everybody is seeing, because we trade in different styles. We trade in different time frames. So, but what is important is that you should be confident of what you are seeing. So what is happening basically in the market is that we are just trading supply and demand. We are just trading supply and demand, or resistance and support. We are trading supply and demand, or resistance and support. That what is basically happening in the market. I don't know if you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, just keep on commenting so that I can know that we are still connected. So what is happening basically is that we are trading supply and demand, because that's the only thing that is happening in the market. Where there is a market, there is supply and demand. That means there is selling and buying. So that's what is happening in the forex market. So we are just trading resistance and support, or supply and demand. That what is happening. So that one will help you to understand price action. That one will help you to understand the basic of price action. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to look at a trend. I'm just going to look at a trending market. Okay, let's say the price is moving in an uptrend like this. So as far as price action is concerned, what you are supposed to look at, it is the direction. Okay, let me just use this tool. It is direction. What you are supposed to look at, it is direction. And another thing that you are supposed to look at when you are trading, okay, let me just raise this thing. You have to look for the direction of the market. And another thing that you are supposed to look at, you have to look at the level. The second thing. And then the third thing that you're supposed to look at, you're supposed to look at the confirmation. And then another thing that you are supposed to look at, it is what can I say, it is the maybe let me say details for now. Details in the waves. Yeah, so these are the things that you are supposed to look at when you are trading price action. You have to look at the direction, at the level, at the confirmation, and the details in the waves. So when I'm talking about direction, I'm talking about the trend. You're supposed to look at the direction. Here the price is moving up. So if the price is moving up, the thing we're looking for, it is to buy. It is to buy. And the level, it is where we are going to buy. Is the price on support or is the price on resistance? Is the price on support or is the price on resistance? And the confirmation, it is what you use to receive a signal. For an example, some they use the RSI. I also use it. Some they use stochastic. Some they use other forms of indicators. Some people they use even tools, like they use tools like Fibonacci's, Gann tools, and everything. The details of the wave, it is what I've been discussing in the previous webinars, like the momentum, the strength, the number of candles, the size of candles, and the size of the waves at itself. Because for you to have a healthy trend, we say that a healthy trend, it is a trend that is forming patterns of higher highs and patterns of higher lows. What can I do to have a volume? So is it, it's like, are you the only one who can hear me? It doesn't hear me. Can you hear me? So a healthy trend is a trend that is formed of higher highs and higher lows. So that's basically a healthy uptrend. So once this is violated, it is no longer a healthy trend. Should be from his end. Okay, yeah, maybe it's going to sort it. So a healthy uptrend is a trend that is formed of higher highs and higher lows. So basically, this is a higher high, this is a higher low, this is a higher high, this is a higher low, this is a higher high, this is a higher low. So basically, this uptrend is healthy. So once this pattern is violated, it is no longer a healthy trend. It is no longer a healthy trend. Once the pattern of higher highs and high lows is violated, it is no longer a healthy trend. It is no longer good for you to take a trade. It is no longer good for you to take a trade. So what I can say is that price action itself, it is working. Price action itself, it is working, and you can make a lot of money from it. So what you need to know is that you need to follow these steps. That okay? First, I have to look at the direction. Secondly, I have to look at the level. Thirdly, I have to look at the confirmation. You see, and then if you have enough knowledge, like those guys who are taking my course, you will then focus on the details on the market, on the details of the market. There's a lot that I teach concerning this part. Maybe I will make a video or another webinar to touch it. So what you need to note is that as I always say, make sure that you are not late in the market, and make sure that you are not early. Make sure that you are not late, and make sure that you are not early. So for you to make sure that you enter the market in time, you should have time for analysis. You should have time to analyze. You should have time to analyze. Don't just get in the market and open a position. You should have time to analyze, and once you have time to analyze. Once you have analyzed your market, then you should keep on checking up what you have seen. For an example, let's say you have seen that USD ZAR is moving in an uptrend, but it is not yet on your support level, because the only level that you are allowed to buy, it is a support level. You see, you are not allowed to sell at this level or to buy on a resistance level. So the only level that you are allowed to buy at, it is a support level. So what you have to do is that you have to analyze, and if you see that maybe, let's say, USD card is beginning to go in an uptrend just like this, but you found your price here. So what you are going to do is that you are going to wait for the price to come down and begin to bounce again, then you buy. So what you have to do is that you have to have this trade that, okay, I'm waiting for this thing to happen so that I can enter my position. Don't just open the market and see an opportunity there and there and you enter without checking even other time frames, because you can find that you open a trade now, but in the next 5 minutes you realize that I was not supposed to open this trade. In the next 30 minutes you realize that I was not supposed to open this trade. So these are things that we should avoid. We should make sure that we analyze before time. We just have enough time to analyze. So if I can teach concerning analysis, still it is part of pure price action. So what you have to do when you're analyzing, it is that you have to check pairs which relate first. You have to check pairs which relate first in order for you to spot correlation. Like for an example, you have to check all USD pairs. Like open your screen and check all the USD pairs to find how the USD is behaving, because it might happen that you've opened just like USD CHF and you find that the price is going down, yet overall USD is strong. So you'll find that you've pressed the sell button, yet overall the USD is buying. So you find that you lose that trade because you didn't check the correlation, you didn't check the other USD pairs. What are they doing? I hope I am clear. Like on this part of how to analyze, like you have to check the correlation. You have to check the pairs of the same family first. Like when you analyze the USD, check all the USD pairs, what are they doing, and check all. When you go to the pound, check all the pound, how is it behaving. And when you go to New Zealand dollar, check all the New Zealand dollar on how are they behaving. Okay, I'm just going to make an example. Let me just share something on the screen. I'll just make an example. Let me share. Okay, can you guys see my chart? Can you see my chart? Can you see my forex chart? Can you see the chart? If you can see, okay. So if here it's indices, maybe I have to change and open currencies just to make an example, although the market is closed, but I'll just have to make an example with currencies, because it's not all of you guys who trade indices. So I'll make an example with something that is making sense. This chart is not opening. Okay, open this one. Oh, glory to Jesus. Okay, there we go. Okay, Oops, sorry for delaying. It is not loading quickly here. Maybe it's because I've opened a lot of things that demand internet connection. Let me close this. Let me also close this. Okay, yeah. So what you need to do here is that firstly you have to check, as I've said, that you here for this case it is a Canadian dollar. Let me say I am analyzing Canadian dollar charts or Canadian dollar pairs. So what I'm basically going to do is that I'm going to open a lot of windows. I have to open a lot of windows. Okay, let me do this. The internet connection, it is very, very bad. All the card pairs, let me just open them. What do we got? Card CHF, David card, Euro card, card Japanese yen. Where will I place this one now? Okay, now I have 3. I need at least 4 Euro card, GB card, USD card. Okay. Oh, the network, Jesus. And let me do it like this. Okay. Template. Template. Delete this window and let me delete this window. Okay, can you guys see my four charts here? Four windows. Can you see my 4 windows? Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do then, now let's say now you want to analyze. Where will I hide this thing, Mar? Okay, let's say now you want to analyze. Where is it drawing to? Okay, I'm not. Okay, let's say now you want to analyze. Let's say you want to analyze here. What you're going to do is that these are Canadian dollar charts. These are Canadian dollar charts. So what you're going to do is just you are going to check their behavior in a similar time frame, all of them. Like for an example, here the market is going like straight, and here the market is going straight. But if you can check all of them, it's like the market has been moving from a downtrend, then now it is beginning to range. Even here the market is now moving direct. Here it was moving a bit in a downtrend sort of. So what we are going to see is that we are going to check if which side is the Canadian dollar. Is it the base or the core currency? Like here the Canadian dollar is the base. If it is a base, then the price have been going down here from here, which means that the Canadian dollar, it is weak. The Canadian dollar, it is weak. The Canadian dollar, it is weak here, and here it was moving straight, which means it is just average, and here it is a bit average, and here the Canadian dollar, it is on the cut side. However, the market has been moving straight direct, which means even here it is average. So what you're going to do then is that you're going to make your conclusions that the Canadian dollar overall, it is actually moving in a ranging format. It is neither weak nor strong. it is not weak, it is not strong. Okay, for these 4 windows, I'm making an example. You can add up to 6 windows, including all the major pairs that are linked with the Canadian dollar. So what you're going to conclude here is that the Canadian dollar is actually not strong, it is not weak, it is moving in a ranging mode. So it is easy, or it is good for you to take any direction, because like for an example, let's say here it was weak, here it was weak, and here it was strong, which means it was going to mean that overall the Canadian dollar, it is weak. So let's say you buy. If you buy, the trade might not be profitable because overall the pair is weak. So it can collapse at any time in that particular pair. You see, so you need to go with an overall result, or with an overall what can I say, with the overall strength. Is it weak or is it strong? I don't know if you guys understand. Sound quality is now horrible. Jesus Christ. I don't know if you can hear me, but me, I hear myself in these earphones. I don't know if you can hear me now. I think the recording will be better, because I'm recording using another application, not this same application. I think the recording will be better. So let us just continue. Same thing applies like in even the other pairs. Like when you're analyzing the USD, you also have to do the same thing. When you're analyzing another pair. Let me just share the whiteboard. Where is this thing? To see what you're saying. Okay. Even when you're analyzing USD pairs, you open all the USB, all the USD. I don't know where the USB is coming from. All the USD charts, you open them and you begin to analyze each and every window, and then come out with the overall strength. If it is good for you guys, you can download yourself a strength meter, or a certain indicator, or an instrument that can show you the strength of the currencies. But some of the applications, they report something that has already happened. So it sometimes gives data which is not accurate to it, data that you will find when you're just studying your charts by your eyes. So you have to check the overall strength. And then after checking the overall strength, you will know that overall the USD is going down. If it is going down, then there is no way where you will buy it. Then you know that I am looking for a selling opportunity as far as the dollar is concerned. I don't know if it's making sense, but that's what you have to do basically. That you have to check overall in all the pairs. How is maybe let's say the pound, how is it behaving? If it has been going up in all its pairs, you know that there is no way where I can sell. I don't have to sell. The only thing that I have to do, it is buying it, because it is going up in strength. So that's what this thing is here to tell you. It is here to tell you that am I supposed to look for buying opportunities or selling opportunities? You see, that's where you will even escape the deception that is brought by trends. Because as I've said, if you're looking at the 15-minute chart, you can see an uptrend, yet in the 4-hour, it's not an uptrend. It's just a bullish wave that can end anytime. So it helps you to understand the overall direction, like the overall strength, what is happening. So correlation, it is very important, because it helps your trades to agree to each other. Because it can happen that you can buy GBP, let's say GBP CHF, and sell GBP JPY, which these trades are not agreeing with each other. They are not agreeing with each other because they will end up canceling each other. One will make $10 profit and the other will make minus $10. So you find yourself that at the end you receive nothing because you've took trades without understanding correlation, without understanding the relationship between those pairs, or the strength or the momentum of that currency. So I don't know if you guys have questions. If you have questions, you can ask before I end this meeting, because the network is horrible. Anyone with a question? Anyone with a question? Anyone with a question? I think we'll continue this tomorrow. We'll continue this tomorrow, just where I ended. We'll get to confirmation, what to use when you confirm, all that stuff. Do you have questions, guys? Do you have questions? Do you have questions? Do you have questions? If you don't have questions, then I will have to close this meeting.